So you moved to California,
Mhm.
and you said there's been some things that have happened in between that time to now. Like what are some of those instances and some of those things that happened and some of those positive things that happened and even some of the challenges that you had to take up on like during
Right.
this time.
So I mean, obviously, the move from Florida to California is a big move,
Right.
especially for it was just me and my wife just at the time, but financially, just getting adjusted. We don't have any family over here, so just getting acclimated, just a new environment, new people, having to go out and actively. I mean, and I think it's for important for us in the industry just to go out and be seen and to network.
Right.
I heard one of my favorite quotes is "Your network is your net worth,"
Yes.
right? So for me, it was important to build on that because I had nothing, and I was starting back over, right? Because you never know, you can meet somebody obviously from one project and you network, you connect, and it builds on to something else. And then, next thing you know, you got your branches out and your leaves out and you got a full tree eventually, right? And I think I'm getting there to a point to where, the industry seems a lot smaller than what it was when I first got out here. If that makes sense. I go out and I typically meet people that I'm working with or I know through someone else. So it's got to that point. So that was a huge adjustment for me. Probably one of the biggest obstacles because naturally I'm such like I consider myself an introvert, in a sense. So I'd have to step out of my shell to go and meet folks and stuff like that. Um, but that it's always helped me to meet people because it led to something else. So, for example, in this film, The Lord of All Future Space and Time, meeting people and just being on set, I met gentleman, Carl Stelter, amazing filmmaker, producer, director. He's produced some pretty amazing projects, won a lot of awards, right? So I worked with him years ago on this commercial shoot, right? And it was just a matter of me just staying connected with him like through the years. And I'm talking, I think we probably first met like 8 7 8 years ago, and he just happened to be one of the producers on The Lord of Our Future Space and Time. So it was just like one of those things of like, oh, I know an actor, and this no, it just led me to more work down the line. So that's important for me. So another thing that just happened by chance, that but when I got here, I mean, I was blessed enough to kind of hit the ground running. Um, I booked some. I was still kind of working out east in a sense. I worked on a show called Being Mary Jane,
Oh yeah.
a recurring a show called Being Mary Jane in Atlanta. I did a show called The Act that we shot in Savannah, Georgia as well. So I was kind of going back and forth for a little bit, and then I really just kind of planted myself here in LA and doing primarily LA work. So, which I love. I mean, I love going out east and working as well. Especially like right now in Atlanta. I mean, y'all know. I mean, Atlanta's popping with some pretty cool projects as well. So
Yes.
I wouldn't mind. I haven't been out there in a minute, but I wouldn't mind going back out there to work on something special for sure. But yeah, man. I mean, to me, I've been just kind of blessed in the support system now. Like I said, your network is your net worth, and when I say support system, it outside of family, because my family's super supportive. And when I say my family, obviously my wife, my kids, my mom, my dad, super supportive. But I've created a network, a close, tight knit network that they're supportive of what I do. I'm supportive of what they do. We just help bring each other up. I think that's just so important to have in this industry. Also, it's not easy to find,
Yes.
right? You got to find the right people, because not everybody has your best interest in mind. And sometimes in LA, you'll run across people who just kind of want something out of it. They want something out of you. So I kind of stay away from that. But I do have a really good radar to read stuff like that. But yeah, man, one project led me to another. I was doing like smaller gigs. I did hit, like I said, I hit the ground running, but I just wanted to build up my resume and my reel as soon as I got out here. So I was doing a lot of really like some smaller projects from like USC, UCLA, like thesis films and stuff like that. I felt that was important just to, work with some of those people as well, because you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And I knew I was just, I came out here. Obviously, I did some really good work in Orlando, but you come out in LA, you're really a small fish, and in a huge ocean, right? I mean,
Yes.
it was huge at the time. For me, it was just like, man, I'll do anything at this point. It's like I just want to work. I just want to work. I love the craft. And obviously studying. I found a really good acting teacher by Dennis Neal who helped guide me along my way, along my journey. I consider him a mentor now. He coaches some really amazing actors as well. Neil Brown Jr. He was on SEAL Team for like 6, 7 seasons. One of the main actors. There's Marvin. He was on Black Lightning. I mean, a ton of
Oh
actors. There's
yeah.
Ronrico. I mean, he's done. Dennis, he's done it all. And but I'm really close with him, so he's helped me along my journey. But yeah, man, it's a journey. I consider myself like a journeyman actor. And I'm always studying. Uh, and it's become a point as of recently. The last 3 years, I've actually been teaching acting as well for City Hearts nonprofit organization, and we go into underserved like schools who don't have the art programs, and we give back. And I teach acting at Harbor City, which is not too far from where I currently live, and the kids come in like 4 days a week, and we teach them the craft. So that's exactly what we do.
Oh, that's awesome.